This video assumes you're caught up to the ReZero anime, which is at Season 3, Episode 8. However, it will not allude to nor will it spoil any events from the ReZero novels. As many before me have already said, Natsuki Subaru from ReZero is a textbook example of an insecure character. Despite helping to defeat the witch's cult's Archbishop of Sloth and two of the three great mob beasts, Subaru believes he's worth less to the people around him than he really is. While Subaru's surprise that people rely on him might feel artificial in another story, this happens repeatedly because he has memories of those people judging and despising him. Think back to Season 1. Subaru was admonished by Krush and Ferris, beaten and threatened by Priscilla, lectured and manipulated by Anastasia, and thrown out of a ground dragon cart by Otto. However, he's the only one who remembers these encounters. Despite Subaru's successes, his failures feel just as real to him. Though Subaru's heroism in Season 3 does come from a better place than it did in Season 1 or Season 2. He no longer tries to be a white knight, nor does he treat his life as expendable. However, his lack of self-worth still causes him to self-sacrifice, only without using return by death. For example, Subaru still puts on a tough front. In Episode 2, he pretends he isn't worried in front of Emilia and Beatrice despite being killed by Wrath, and in Episode 4, he lies to Krush about the pain he feels from landing on his leg. Ironically, Krush has a divine protection of wind reading and can tell he's lying. If you don't remember this, it's mentioned in Season 1, Episode 19. However, once Subaru realizes conflict with the witch's cult is inevitable, he displays some personal growth by not worrying about Emilia. After she got kidnapped by Regulus in Episode 3, Subaru could have easily decided to run after Emilia instead of joining the attack on the city hall. However, he trusts that Emilia will be able to fend for herself while he focuses on saving people more in need than her, because he knows firsthand that she's physically and mentally strong. This is contrasted with Al, who shows no guilt over leaving the party to go help Priscilla. Al even encourages Subaru to act similarly, insinuating that he should rescue Emilia and then leave the city. The story uses Al to remind us of Rosewall's instructions to Subaru in Season 2. He wanted Subaru to use his power to save Emilia at any cost, and sacrifice anyone who stood in his way. However, just as he did to Rosewall, Subaru defies Al's wishes and gives a speech. Interestingly, Subaru's insecurities are what makes his speech connect with Priscilla's citizens. Subaru understands what it's like to be scared, crying, and want to run away. Some people complain that Subaru doesn't get stronger with each season, but he's been consistently honing his greatest strength, that is, being able to empathize with others. Subaru encouraging the citizens to make eye contact and communicate with one another will cause them to form meaningful connections amidst a battlefield. This is in direct contrast to the authority of Wrath, which causes hysteria through mob mentality, and preys especially on fear and anger. Subaru's speech is another step in his journey to becoming a genuine hero and a true knight, and what makes it different from previous events is that it has nothing to do with return by death. Sure, he was killed by Wrath 3 times, which allows him to understand the peril the citizens are in, but it's not like he delivered the speech several times until he figured out what worked best. Rather, he made the speech once, speaking directly from his heart. Subaru has discovered a strength that isn't magic, nor martial arts, nor his new ability to use a whip, or return by death, and everyone else in attendance recognizes it too. In my opinion, Subaru's speech is a landmark moment in his character development so far. However, Subaru still has room for personal growth, and this is shown to us right after his speech. Subaru trying to take Krush's suffering on as his own perfectly illustrates his mental state. Despite the agonizing pain he feels from touching Krush, as evidenced by his screams and horrifying expressions, Subaru puts on his front and lies, saying that a little pain won't stop him. Once again, Krush knows that he's lying because she has the divine protection of wind reading. Subaru is also receiving the dragon blood without considering its potential consequences, and it is physically disfiguring him. The only reason he stops is that Krush tells him she does not want him to take on all of her suffering, and he chooses to respect her wishes. It's not outright stated, but I think Subaru taking on the dragon blood might be a form of self-punishment. Even if Subaru manages to save a lot of the city, people have already died, and yet he isn't using return by death to save them. While he decided to value his own life more in Season 2, Subaru at some level must feel guilty that if he simply used return by death to its fullest extent, he might be able to save all of those lives. And similarly, Subaru is not undoing what the Archbishop of Lust did to Krush either, despite having the ability to do so. Since he has decided not to self-sacrifice by abusing Return by Death, Subaru finds ways to self-sacrifice without dying. And yet, he plays it off, and acts like what he's doing isn't a big deal, when it probably is a big deal to him. If Subaru doesn't act like this, will he be able to remain as composed as he has been? Or is jumping at every opportunity to self-sacrifice without dying really what's holding his mental state together? A big question in this season is, how do you balance heroism and self-sacrifice? More specifically, how does Subaru choose who he's supposed to save? Is it morally righteous to only save the people close to you? Or should Subaru approach every situation as if he doesn't even have Return by Death, only using it when he's killed by someone else, and refusing to end his own life under any circumstances? While Subaru has shown no indication that he intends to abuse Return by Death again, I believe his guilt is manifesting in other, more subtle ways. I think this is a vital part of his character journey, and it's worth keeping an eye on for the rest of the season. Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it, please let me know, because I'm considering whether I should make more videos like this instead of just reading Naughtablogs every day, though I do intend to continue that. And be sure to like, comment, or even subscribe if you're into that. Thank you.